All right, we're back for another deep dive, and you guys know we'd love to unpack these really fascinating topics. Today, we're going headfirst into K-pop, specifically its impact on the global music scene. You sent in this article about Jungkook from BTS and his success as a solo artist on the Billboard charts. I gotta say, some of these stats really surprised me.
Yeah, what really stood out to me was how this goes beyond just one artist's success story. It really speaks volumes about the evolving dynamics of the music industry, with K-pop playing an increasingly prominent role.
Exactly. The article really zeroes in on Jungkook's solo single 7, which is still making waves on the Billboard charts weeks after its release.
And it's not just any Billboard chart, right? We're talking about the Global 200 and Global US charts, which track streams and digital sales across the entire world. So to see Seven holding strong on these charts, well, it really underscores how K-pop is capturing a global audience.
You've hit on a key point there. When we say global, we're talking about a massive scale. For those who might not be as familiar with these specific charts, the Global 200 includes data from all over the world, while the Global, ex-Kio US, focuses specifically on the international market outside the US. That makes Jungkook's achievements even more impressive, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. And the article highlights how Seven has now earned the record for the longest charting song by an Asian solo artist on both of these charts, which is quite a feat.
It really is. I mean, to stay at the top of the charts for that long in such competitive global landscape, it speaks to a level to sustained engagement we don't often see. I think this is where the idea of streaming and digital platforms comes into play. They've completely revolutionized how people consume music, allowing artists like Jungkook to connect directly with fans all over the world.
You're right, streaming has become absolutely central to the music industry. And this is where we see the power of global fandoms, especially within K-pop. These are dedicated fans who are incredibly active in streaming music, promoting their favorite artists online, and even translating lyrics and content to reach wider audiences. They play a huge role in driving that global spread of K-pop.
The article also points out that Seven is the longest charting K-pop song on the Billboard Philippines Hot 100 chart, too.
That's another detail that really jumped out at me. The Philippines has a thriving music scene of its own. And to see a Korean song topping the charts there, it suggests that K-pop is breaking through cultural barriers in a really powerful way.
And to add to this trend, his album Golden is making waves on the Billboard Japan Hot Albums chart as well. So it's not just one song, it's his entire body of work resonating across different markets. This definitely feels like more than a fleeting moment of popularity.
I agree. It's a sign that K-pop is becoming a major force in the global music industry. And Jungkook's success is a compelling example of this shift.
Okay, let's get into some of the specifics from the article. Seven has been on the Global 200 chart for an incredible 81 weeks, which is mind-blowing, and 82 weeks on the global US chart. To maintain that level of presence for so long, it suggests a really loyal and engaged fan base, which is crucial in today's music landscape.
It's remarkable. To put that into perspective, that's over a year and a half of consistently ranking among the most listened to songs globally.
And then there's his success on streaming platforms like Spotify. The article mentions Seven is the first Asian song to surpass 2.2 billion streams on Spotify and is ranked as one of the most streamed songs of the 2020s globally. Those are some seriously impressive numbers.
Those streaming numbers are a clear indication of how digital platforms have empowered artists to reach global audiences in a way that was unimaginable just a few years ago. It's a testament to how the music industry is evolving and how artists like Jungkook are leveraging these platforms to build their careers.
Oh, and the article highlights how Seven also snagged a Guinness World Record for the fastest time to reach 1 billion streams on Spotify.
That achievement perfectly illustrates how individual milestones can reflect broader industry trends. Breaking a streaming record on a platform like Spotify emphasizes just how important these digital platforms have become for measuring an artist's global reach and impact. It's not just about traditional album sales or radio play anymore.
So we have chart dominations, record-breaking streaming numbers, and a Guinness World Record. It's clear that Jungkook is experiencing phenomenal success as a solo artist. But as you pointed out earlier, this is about much more than just one person's achievements. It's a window into a larger cultural and technological shift.
Exactly. It begs the question, what are the specific factors driving Jungkook's success? Is it purely his association with BTS? Or is he tapping into something unique that resonates with audiences on a global scale? These are the questions that we'll explore further as we continue our deep dive.
It's a fascinating question to consider. Is it just the BTS connection, or is there something more to Jungkook's individual appeal that's driving this global success?
It's definitely multifaceted. While his association with BTS undeniably plays a role, I think it's crucial to acknowledge that Jungkook's solo work reveals a distinct artistic identity that resonates with listeners.
So we're talking about more than just name recognition here. What are some of the unique qualities that contribute to his success as a solo artist?
Well, one key factor is his versatility. Jungkook possesses a remarkable vocal range, allowing him to move effortlessly between different musical genres and styles. It makes his music incredibly appealing to a broad spectrum of listeners.
That makes sense. When I think about Seven, it perfectly exemplifies this versatility. It blends pop sensibilities with a catchy summer vibe that just draws you in.
Exactly. It manages to capture the essence of contemporary pop, while still retaining a sound that feels uniquely Jungkook. It's a song that's both familiar and refreshing, which I think contributes to its widespread appeal.
And it's not just speculation, the numbers back it up. The article mentions that Seven topped the global X-Seer US chart for an impressive 9 consecutive weeks. That's 9 weeks of being the most listened to track in the entire world, outside of the US.
That's a powerful statement about the ability of music to transcend borders and connect with people across cultures. And to achieve that level of global dominance for 9 weeks straight is a testament to his ability to resonate with diverse audiences.
It really challenges those traditional notions of what defines mainstream success in the music industry, doesn't it? We're witnessing the emergence of a new breed of global pop star, one who can leverage digital platforms and connect with audiences who might not even speak the same language.
Absolutely, and this ties into the larger trend of globalization we're seeing within the music industry. Streaming services have been a game changer. They've broken down geographical barriers, making it easier than ever for artists from all corners of the world to reach a global audience.
And K-pop, with its visually captivating music videos, intricate choreography, and catchy melodies, seems particularly well-suited to thrive in this globalized digital landscape.
Precisely. It's a genre that's inherently engaging, both visually and orally, and we can't underestimate the role of passionate K-pop fandoms in driving its global reach. They're incredibly active in promoting their favorite artists online, translating content, and creating a buzz on social media that helps break down language barriers and introduce K-pop to new audiences.
Earlier, you mentioned that Jungkook's solo work has a distinct artistic identity. Could you elaborate on some of the characteristics that define his sound?
Of course, while he incorporates elements of pop, R&B, and even hints of hip-hop, there's an underlying emotional depth and vulnerability that shines through in his vocals. This emotional resonance is a hallmark of his music.
I can definitely hear that in Seven. It's not just a superficial party anthem. There's a layer of longing and yearning in his delivery that gives it a more complex and relatable feel.
You put it perfectly. It's that ability to convey raw emotion through his music that allows listeners to connect with him on a personal level. And it's a powerful factor in building a dedicated and passionate fan base.
It's incredible how all these elements come together to create a global phenomenon. We're talking about talent, marketing, the global reach of K-pop, the influence of digital platforms, and the unwavering support of passionate fans. It's truly a multifaceted success story.
And I think it's important to acknowledge the dedication and influence of K-pop fandoms, too. They go above and beyond simply listening to music. They actively engage in online discussions, translate lyrics, and create fan content, all of which contribute to breaking down those language barriers and introducing K-pop to new audiences.
Yeah, it really speaks to how passionate and involved these fans are. They play a huge role in propelling artists like Jungkook to new heights.
Without a doubt, their dedication is remarkable. They're actively streaming his music, sharing it on social media, creating a buzz that significantly expands his visibility. It's a testament to the power of collective enthusiasm and online communities.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what can we take away from Jungkook's success and how it reflects on the future of the music industry?
Well, I think we're witnessing a paradigm shift. K-pop has moved beyond being a niche genre. It's a global force shaping the future of music, and artists like Jungkook are leading the charge, demonstrating how to navigate this new landscape.
It's not just about releasing music anymore, it's about building a global brand, connecting with fans on multiple levels, and using those digital platforms to create truly immersive experiences.
Exactly. And it has implications that extends far beyond the music industry. We're observing how cultural exchange is happening in real time, driven by fans who are passionate about sharing their love of K-pop with the world.
To recap for our listeners, this deep dive wasn't just about Jungkook's chart positions. It was about exploring the evolving landscape of the global music industry, the rise of K-pop's global influence, and the incredible power of global fandoms.
It highlights how individual success stories can offer a glimpse into larger cultural and technological transformations. It's a reminder that the music industry is constantly evolving, and we're currently in a thrilling era of innovation and cross-cultural exchange.
It leaves us with a lot to think about now that K-pop artists are establishing themselves as successful solo acts on the global stage. What does this mean for the future of the music industry and cross-cultural exchange?
It's a question worth pondering, and one that will undoubtedly shape the future of music as we know it.
Until our next deep dive, keep exploring and keep those thinking caps on.